We can't know the day, we can't know the hour, but perhaps we can know this instead. Let's go digging. Alright, so some of you might remember this, but in the fourth trumpet we see a third of the stars darken. Sort of like that, right? Remember? Now let's head over to chapter 16. Okay, we're prepared this time. Still a little shaky though. Okay, so in the seventh bowl, it says that there's a great earthquake, right? And it causes all of the mountains and islands to be removed. Alright, okay, now we're gonna head on over to chapter 6, alright? Okay, in chapter 6, it's still a great earthquake, and it says that all the mountains and islands were removed, and all the stars fall out of the sky, causing the sky to vanish. Oh, okay, we're good. We came prepared this time. Alright, I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, so. Alright, so we went through some of these chapters before, but I wanted to remind you how these events are out of order. Now, they're not just out of order, but it seems as though they can be put in order. And that's exactly what we're going to do today, and I need your help. Let's keep digging. Now, in chapter 6, we're introduced to the 7 seals, and then we know that from there, we have the 7 trumpets and the 7 bowls. And if we read Revelation from front to back, then this is the order that we would presume. Let's start off with looking at the stars and the 6th seal and the 4th trumpet. Now, if the 6th seal says all the stars fall out of the sky, and then the 4th trumpet says a third of the stars are darkened, does the 4th trumpet come after or before the 6th seal? So what if we move the 7 seals after the 7 trumpets and the 7 bowls? Right, so now we have the 7 trumpets, 7 bowls, and 7 seals, with the 4th trumpet coming before the 6th seal. So that discrepancy is now resolved. Great job! Now let's focus our attention to the 6th seal and the 7th bowl. And in both of these events, it says that a great earthquake occurs in which every mountain and island is destroyed. So how would we resolve that discrepancy? I know this is a tricky one, so I'm gonna give you a little help. What if we consider the 7 seals to occur in reverse order? Just like that. Okay, so do you see it now? The 7th bowl is now right next to the 6th seal, and both of those events are describing the removal of every mountain and island. Okay, so remember this order. So if we look at these events with the intent to resolve their discrepancies, it's interesting that the last event is actually the 1st seal. So you could refer to it as the first and last judgment. Now, could it be at this first and last judgment is where we see the arrival of someone who calls themselves the first and the last? And what I mean by that is that the 1st seal describes the arrival of a rider on a white horse. And if you want a recap of that, you can go ahead and check out this video. And so could it be that as you continue to resolve the discrepancies in the book of Revelation, it's impossible to know the day and the hour, but perhaps we can know the judgment where Jesus returns, which is his arrival on a white horse at the very last judgment, which is the 1st seal. And if you want to learn more about stuff like this, like how the events in Revelation can be reorganized to resolve its discrepancies, and more information about how to calculate the number of the beast, then feel free to check out this PDF guide, which I've put together and made available. See you next time, where we'll go digging some more.